here's the story. In 1994, I was in Buenos Aires, Argentina for a theater conference because I study theater and I study literature. I was walking down the street and I heard some tango music coming from a building nearby, and I followed the sound of the music down a flight of steps and found myself looking in on a dance class. And I became fascinated, mesmerized by the people who were dancing. And I decided that I really needed to try and learn how to do this myself. The most fascinating thing was that during the break, one of the Argentine students in the class asked those of us that were not from Argentina why we were there. And we each went around the room and told our story of how we had come to dance and why we were interested in this. And my favorite story came from a man from Japan, an elderly fellow who I had seen a few times in the dance halls. He said that this was the realization of a lifetime of dreaming of Argentina and dreaming of tango in Buenos Aires. So he really didn't dance. He saved up his money, came to Buenos Aires and went to the dance halls and would just watch the people dancing, fascinated. When I heard this man's story, I realized that there was something very, very interesting here. And that was the way that Argentina exists in the global imaginary and how it exists, and it causes people then to even go to Buenos Aires and to have this experience, this connection with the dance and with the culture. We are going to be discussing tango, global tango, in many different capacities. We'll be looking at it historically, which is something that surprises people lots of times to even know of. We'll be looking at the connection with Jewish history in Argentina and to this day with tango. We will be looking at tango communities in the Middle East. What many people are very surprised to find out is that there are very committed communities of dancers that are in Syria, in Lebanon, in Egypt, in many countries in the Middle East. And so this is something that's usually quite surprising and unusual for people to hear about. We will be looking at tango communities in Asia, and we will be examining how these global communities have formed using the World Wide Web and the internet, and how these communities have formed around the world, and how in each country tango takes on a different flavor. And in many cases, these are people who have never been to Argentina or been to Buenos Aires, but for whatever reason, they feel completely compelled by this dance, and they dance regularly within their groups. We will also be looking at activists, social activists, who are using tango as a way to demonstrate it for various causes. They've done this in Turkey, they've done this, well, around the world, reclaiming public space, because this is one way that they can have sort of a unique take on protest. Students in my class are going to know that tango is a lot more than that.